a single mom, you don't know what I had gone through. And sometimes we don't even choose to be a single mom. It's like,
well, let's pick one point by point. You do choose to be a single mom.
How?
A man can't have sex with you unless you grant access to sex. And not only that, how many times has a man broken up with you?
No. None.
None.
Zero.
So no men broke up with you.
Right.
How many men have you broken up with?
A little bit, a lot, what?
How many men have you broken up with?
It has been a mutual
No, listen. How many men have you broken up with?
Shit didn't work out.
No, that's not the question. How many men have you broken up with?
4.
You proving my point right there.
No, I didn't.
So you choose the man to have sex with, and then you break up with them. This is why you're a single mom, because you are the problem, and you broke up with these.
Hi. My name is Akeem, and I am the founder, chairman, CEO, president, vice president, and the dean of Ran-DomU University. We offer a vast variety of courses, everything from psychology of the fake alpha male to cringe studies to pause 101. Now, if you're interested in joining this university, please call or text the number on the screen at 1555 Ran-DomU. Are you ready? Welcome back to Ran-DomU University. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Today we're going to discuss another beige bro taking another horrific L out here on the internet. Gosh dang it, I really wish this would stop. Boy, this is really embarrassing, except for the fact today I don't have a whole lot of empathy for this guy, because he's just another one of these manosphere losers out here perpetuating the same ridiculous talking points, basically talking about burning single mothers at the stake, just like they've been talking for the last 3+ years. It doesn't stop. I mean, they continue to beat that same dead horse. I mean, at this point in time, we might as well just report these people to PETA, because they just won't stop beating that animal. Please, just stop. Like, do y'all not really have anything else better to talk about? Do y'all not have anything else better to do than go out here and lie and grift off of young men? Like, dang it, we're already in a state of loneliness crisis and porn epidemic and whacking your meat crisis. Like, men just don't stop. Like, they need more jerkins than ever. It just doesn't end, and y'all just keep making this worse. And the thing is today we're talking about this roided up Nipsey Hussle named Coolie, which I feel like is very fitting, considering, I feel like the views to his channel are going to be cooling off very shortly after these recent developments, because boy, he talking about getting exposed. He's been getting exposed, and it's been really bad. And also, people have been talking about the fact they think that he is very similar to Fresh and Fit, and I have to say I agree. It's very true. The few clips and the few things that I've seen off of this podcast is very sad, and it's very reminiscent of Myron and Fresh, where they're talking about the same dumb 304s and the idiotic, street workers that they always bring onto their platform to have these intellectual sparring matches with to prove who's alpha.
Who's the prize?
I think women. But hear me out. For me, like, my man, like, he's my prize, right? But like, a lot more people competed for me than him. Like, women, we attract men easily.
So you said that you're the prize because a lot more people competed for you, meaning that you have more options.
Yes.
Got you. I would say that out of all those options that you had, you chose him. He's a prize.
Nope.
Don DeMarco.
Look, think about this. He ain't have a lot of options. He just took what he can get. So who's to say if he had a whole lot of options, you maybe not even would have been his first option.
And it's just a mess, man. I mean, I don't understand how they always got to get to the same thing. And this is a guy who's always talking about he's a top tier man because he's 6'4" and black, which is like great. Those are awesome traits to have, I guess, but that doesn't make you top tier man.
Don't qualify for the top tier men, and that is the truth.
Do you believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
I'm 6'4", only about 8% of the entire world is 6'4". I make well over 100K a year, and I'm black at that. If you add that on,
why do you have this stat? Like, seriously, why do you know this number? I mean, this is about as relevant as saying about 28% of adults are very adept at sculpting pumpkins. I mean, there's no point of having this number. It's useless. It's pointless to have this. This is just to stroke your own ego. I mean, and honestly, don't you notice the same, irony with all these people? All these top tier men just turn out to be top tier bitches. Every single one of them just turn out to be the exact same. The exact same. They're all just pumped up, they act like they're tough and whatnot. And you know what? Actually, now I remember the main reason why I remember that they were similar to Fresh and Fit. I do. He had this debate that went viral months ago.
Okay. Explain, elaborate. What did you find that made you really think that black woman is God?
My mother was in my face the whole time. She was in my face the whole time. And I didn't realize that was God. So they told me that my mother, everything was outside of me. They told me that everything else was my mother. Everything else is God but your mother. And then you look at why they oppress every woman in religion. Christianity, their God says it's okay to rape a woman, defile a woman. Islam, they say it's okay to rape a woman. Allah is literally a lot. So they literally define everything in women. It's all about women oppression and for women not to realize that they are the true creators. That's why the patriarch took over. The patriarch literally took over the matriarch. The matriarch had always been in rulership. That's why they studied the goddess Hathor. They literally was with the queen of heaven in Jeremiah 44. They spoke about the goddess everywhere. Tuarat was the first deity that was ever worshipped. See, like I said, I get 30 seconds.
Oh, no,
So
you explained
really
it. Now I have
this.
another question for you.
See, I'm saying I wasn't done.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. Let me know
Go.
how long I'll get. I mean, you just stopped me. You're going to keep doing it, so go ahead.
I mean, it's
okay.
You explained all the way down to how it went.
Bro. Go ahead, bro.
So, and also, I'll just give you the rules of the podcast. So get used to it. So guess what? This is called order, right? Men create order. This is my platform, so there's a hierarchy to things. It's my rules, so if I set the rules and you follow the rules, right? When you have your own podcast and you invite me on, you set the rules and I follow those rules. Life is in hierarchy. So I have a question for you.
So
you just said that the matriarchy. I have a question for you. Listen, you just said that
the question for me.
So yeah, as you can see, there was that clip that, you know, Coolie went viral from, you know, months ago when he was debating that O'Shea Jackson Jr. Ice Cube wannabe lookalike over there. He did look like him to me at least. But I mean, you talking about simps though too. I mean, remembering that debate, Jesus Christ. I was going to make a video on that a long time ago, but I just, you know, I didn't come around to it because it just felt kind of pointless because it was so stupid. I mean, a man was over here saying the black woman was God. And, you know what I mean? Look, I get it. It's a nice omen to black women, but the guy was completely talking out of his ass. He was just trying to, you know, cape up with some women and just try to get some sympathy cheeks and stuff like that. That's all he was trying to do. He didn't mean anything that he was talking about. That guy was clearly lying, and it was just a stupid debate that had no purpose to it. Like, I mean, come on, man. He was out there doing the Dr. Umar, and it was just clownish. Just quit it. I mean, look, man, none of us know. I mean, none of us know whatever the hell he was trying to talk about in that debate, and it was dumb. But Coolie was over here cooking him up in this debate, and it was making him look real good. But then he wanted to pump his chest up and get all alpha and say he wanted to box.
We're talking.
Do you take my offer? I actually offer you. So this is what men do. This is what men do. Because let's see if you're really man of your word. Men are men of their word. So here's my word. Here's my word. I'll fly you out here and we can have this debate in person. I'll put it on my word. If you really want to come out here, I'll fly you out here and we can do it in person. And after that, we could box. How about that? Let's do it. If you really feeling that, if you really feeling froggy, nigga, leap. I'll send you out here. I'll put that on my word. And we got hundreds of people in here. No. You want to approve to that offer? If not, then shut up, nigga, and pay attention to the hierarchy. Here's the rules.
And if you remember the words of boxing, doesn't that sound like so many of these other fake alphas out here? They always want to fight whenever they get into a debate with a man and it gets kind of aggressive and it's like, oh yeah, I want to fight you. Just like when Myron was calling out and Fresh was calling out Abba and Preach whenever they wanted to fight him because Abba and Preach was in their bag.
We say the facts, we give our L's and our W's, right? So real talk, man, we put out an invite. If y'all want to talk shit, come back in the studio, we'll talk about it. Or we could box about it too. Cause I'm in the gym now, you feel me? I'm feeling nice right now. I'm wired right now.
3 months to box or Preach, bro. That's why I'm box or Preach,
bro. So you know what? Come back to Miami. Let's box it out. Talk it out too. How about that?
In 3 months, no, but like real talk, man. Like if we're gonna have this discussion, we're harder than you niggas, straight up, and we work harder than you guys. We put out all different types of content. Yep. We ain't just out here reacting. Like, man, look, the fuck out of here, bro.
Stop.
Yo, we're not.
And later on in the video, you're saying that you want to box with me. Sort of happened that I'm going to be in the U.S. next week. You want to fucking do this shit? Let's go.
Cooking them up something silly out there in the stir fry out by the campfire. I mean, they were lighting their asses up for months and still burning them to this day. Just continuing to put gasoline all over that fire. And I mean, boy, at this point in time, it's fried, man. I mean, but it's something that you just never get enough of. They just keep getting funnier and funnier and funnier.
Again!
Every time. It doesn't stop. Well, that's how I actually got introduced to this guy altogether. It was a long time ago, him going viral from that clip. But the whole hypocrisy situation that I was talking about today was the fact that he's got exposed for dating a single mother. He's got this whole Brady Bunch, butter pecan family that he's building at home, making cringe content at the house, exploiting the children. And I'm telling you, that stuff never goes well. They really don't need to exploit them children because they're going to end up on that Law Network, always talking about those heinous crimes where children end up getting buried up in buckets of oil and buried off in a desert somewhere, and somehow children been duct taped to the cupboard, for like years, and they never actually get any sun exposure, and they're all like malnourished and stuff like that, and they finally get out one day and somebody finds them in the yard, and it just becomes a huge news story in the area. It's a mess. I've seen too many of those, but that is usually what happens with these family channels, and I don't wish that for this family. But I do find it ironic that this man is dating a single mother, and the fact that he keeps talking about it on his platform to act like they ain't shit, but that's what you got at the house.
As a single mom, if you choose a man that's hitting that pussy, he hitting them kids too. If he has the ability to be in between your soul gaps and hitting that pussy, he gonna hit Lil Day when Day acting up. If he providing and taking care of you, well, guess what? Why would a man take on all of that responsibility with no authority? That's slavery. So if you choose wisely on a guy that you choose to have sex with, that same guy should be able to discipline your kids. That's what I'm saying. He must embody some good characteristic traits to hit that pussy. If not, then that means that you value your pussy too low and you letting some rugged hit it.
Personally, to me, it sounds like he's just really pissed at one or two of those kids and just is trying to justify needing to put hands on them. You got a single mother at the house that you're dating with a BBL. Also, another thing that people are against in the manosphere, right? Artificial booty, artificial ass. Why do you have that? But yet, for whatever reason, they always seem to be attracted to women that have those, especially people like Fresh. That's what they love the most, but yet they always preach against it.
If your friends were liking my pictures.
I don't associate with men that can't attract women. All my friends are good with women. And there's a bunch of reasons for this, but you can't hang out with simps. You can't have friends that are thirsty for women.
Look at this face.
Sexy Paris Banks.
No,
you're not. You're a hot mess. You going to bed?
Turn the camera off.
Okay.
Before me.
I'm turning off. Wait. I'm gonna just have your ass walking out.
But somehow you got this woman with this struggle BBL at your house as a single mother raising your kids and you're raising her kids, but yet somehow you don't see the hypocrisy in that. And I guarantee you, he's going to have a whole apology tour take place very shortly after this. Like, I'm pretty sure for the next couple weeks, it's all he's going to be talking about is how to erase this whole thing. And it's not going to go away. It's not going to help. Because while she's sitting there with that BBL, and I'm pretty sure she's about a couple kale salads away from that thing collapsing like the Baltimore Bridge. Cloverfield style, just erupting, just blowing up. Just an absolute mess once it hits those ankles. It's going to look like an absolute cartoon. Something that you're not going to be attracted to anymore. And what are you going to do then? Are you just going to bail out? Be another deadbeat like the black men you probably hate on your platform too? I'm pretty sure you don't have good things to say about a lot of black men, because that's the same grift that they all do. They all go down this rabbit hole of hating on black men, and we all just hood thugs and, gangsters and stuff like that grab on our balls and sag open sesame and shit like that. That's not everybody.
So Christmas is around the corner, and since we got a little mixed baby here, we're gonna see which Santa he chooses. We got a black Santa,
And I have the white ones.
and let's see which one he chooses. Same time, don't cheat.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Which one are you gonna pick?
Which one?
Pick the white one.
Oh, that's my.
Now, my goal isn't to make fun of her in today's video. It really isn't. My goal is just to point these things out because that's such cringe content. And we also have cringe studies on the platform as well, so we have to discuss these things. And this stuff is very exploitative, and I don't want them to end up on that network that I keep mentioning, because that would be a really sad ending to the story, and I don't want that ending for anybody. Most of the time, I just like laughing at these people whenever they lose their platforms. But his is just going to crash and burn. He's just going to crash out on his platform. He's not going to get demonetized because he's not talking the crazy stuff that the others are. He's just a loser who's a hypocrite. But they probably did even more cringe things in the bedroom, considering this content they're already putting out here. I'm pretty sure that he's definitely played the role as a slave whenever they wanted to go ahead and do some role play when the relationship got a little stale and they want to get a little kinky around the house. I'm pretty sure he's definitely had a chain around his neck. I'm pretty sure he has had Kunta Kinte tattooed on his forehead once or twice. I'm pretty sure they showed up to a couple of Halloween parties when he was dressed up as a slave and she was Massa's wife, wearing an old white maiden's dress while he was dressed in shags over here with slave and red blood tattoo on his chest. I'm pretty sure he said, "Slap me, Massa." Do it.
Yo, do these know who the fuck they're talking to? I am the captain now, motherfuckers. I am the fucking captain.
Yeah, some crazy shit. That's what kind of stuff that these people think is funny. Just like Marvin Lightner putting on the KKK hood, they think this stuff is funny. Not, I can't guarantee he's done that. But, And you know what? Actually, to go back and double back on the point of him wanting to fight earlier, what pisses me off about these people is these are keyboard warriors. They always want to come up with these stupid acronyms like Kevin Samuels used to want to come up with, and I got one for them. How about CBMNs? These guys are nothing but certified bitch-made nigga again. That's right. That's exactly what these people are. They're nobodies. These are absolute straight losers, and they would never have smoke for anybody in real life. Like this dude, this top-heavy, waffle cone built-ass dude who probably looks like Derrick Henry and hits like a Snuggie. This dude is probably a complete bitch if you were actually confront him in public. Always over here barking. Oh, what? You want to bring that out? I'll fly you out here. You gonna fly him out there like some prostitute? Yeah, I bet. After actually expecting to slap him around when really you ain't nothing. Like, these dudes are pussies, man. I mean, they always want to talk about fighting. None of these dudes really want to fight. You're in your mid-30s probably just like I am. Ain't nobody trying to have that kind of smoke. Like, y'all ain't getting in the cage with nobody. But no, then again, you're like, let's go ahead and get it regulated. Man, y'all ain't about nothing. Like, if y'all really wanted to fight, you would just call them out to go fight. Talking about let's go box. Like, yeah, I get it. It's official and you can't get in trouble, but y'all always want to talk about this legal jargon and stuff like that. You know why? Because you're probably low on your funds and you're actually struggling. You're over here living check to check like everybody else because you're living outside your means. You're spending too much money on the cars, the other content, the extra cameras, the kids that you got that aren't yours and all that stuff like that. Yeah, that's what you're doing. But yet, somehow all these other dudes ain't supposed to do that. Don't be a stepfather. That is the worst thing you could possibly come, besides being a single mother. All these people want to talk all this bull crap, man, and they just living all these hypocritical lives. And that's the thing, it's so frustrating. It's just seeing people make money off of being complete liars and getting exposed as liars and still making that money. Because some idiots out there think everybody who's making these videos are just hating. Man, y'all don't really know this person, man. They ain't really being a hypocrite. You didn't really watch the videos. Man, y'all are stupid. Damn, how dumb are y'all? This is why it's important to learn how to read and write and be able to do math and do some basic educational stuff. Because then you end up stupid like most of these people in these comments who are still, riding and Tarzaning off the ball sack of this dude. Riding his beard all the way down to his genitals. Like, man, just stop. Stop caping up for these losers. Like, good Lord, wake up one day, smell the coffee. Jesus Christ, man. Like, this is embarrassing. This is one of those things like when it finally slaps you across the face one day, when you hit that realization like how dumb you were, it's gotta hurt. It's gotta hurt. It's gotta be like one of those flicks in the nuts where somebody barely got you and you're walking and then you just crumble to your knees. Because you realize like, oh my God, the devastation that just took place.
And let me just say this. This is a dude that most likely is guys are paying for advice or consultation. This is a dude that learned everything from Myron. Let me tell you how this dude is profiting from this. If you go to No Fugazee podcast link on Instagram, you can do a one-on-one coaching call and couples coaching, right? Now, I wonder how much this thing is. Man, I wish I would pay this dude, man. This dude is this, what? I'm gonna pay this guy? Dating in the social media age one-on-one call? Let's just click on any of these, all right? Let's see how much this dude is charging. $100 for 45 minutes. I could never do that, man. That dude need to pay me. Let's see, couples coaching. All right, so if you want to get you a single mother too, you can do couples coaching for $175. Man, I wish I would, dog. Relationships problems, one-on-one coaching call, $200. You can find out how to get a single mother, a white one at that, for just $200. You can get a full breakdown and resolution for your issue relationship by lying to your damn audience and clap on cheeks from a white lady that got 2 white kids by somebody else.
This man has completed the holy trinity of red pill, which is to be a fake alpha, debate 304s, and to sell courses, which in that order, they try to make sure they grab the young men's attention by showing them a man that they would all want to strive to be. Big chest, big bodies, be an alpha, talk shit to the 304s in those debates. Make sure you put the women in their place. Let them know where they belong. Make sure you read the book Why Women Deserve Less. That's the kind of content that you should consume. And then 3, I need to sell you on my course, because if you really want this education, if you want to learn more about how to be an alpha, you will make sure that you buy my course. Make sure you spend some time with me, 45 minutes. It's only $100. Now, I will say that this guy actually has like reasonable prices if he was actually a legit guru, but he's not. None of these people are. They're all fakes and they're all phonies. They're all just taking the kids' money, and they're taking grown men's money. And if you're a grown man buying these courses, you should be ashamed. You should be ashamed. You should be locked up in a room with a padded coat because you're crazy. There's nothing wrong. I mean, there's something wrong with you. There's a disconnect up there if you're a grown man and you're buying into this shit. If you can't see I mean, first of all, you know what? No, I'm wrong. I'm wrong, because there are men who have these issues, and that's why they have major relationship issues. That's why they have no friends. That's why they can't get along with nobody. This is why they have nothing good going on in their lives. Nothing. They don't even have family. It's a shame. Some of those people, they don't get along with nobody. They hate everybody. They conspiracy. I don't know. It's just about as bad as the dude who was running around downtown Nashville with half his head missing. And now that's sad. That was a situation that's real sad. Yes. A man actually has had half his head missing. I can't put that on YouTube because, my God, they will ban this channel. But just look it up. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel, please. Yeah, I'm done. I just want to point those 3 things out today. And if you want me to talk about this more, please leave it in the comments. See you soon.